Welcome to Refocus. My name is Michelle. I'm the campus missionary at UTM.
And I'm Andrea Nicole. I'm the campus missionary at UTSC and Centennial College.
So Andrea, I want to share a story with you that I learned last year. So I went to the school called St. Therese Institute, and the way of life there is very structured. So we have specific time for prayer, specific time for breakfast, our classes, our study time, even recreational time is scheduled in our day. And I found that having this scheduled time meant that everything had its right place. And the gift of this is we were able to live an integrated life. And I found that living an integrated life meant that I could be a better student and that I could be a better person overall. So that's the lesson we want to share with you today. So what is integration?
Well, integration really, I think, means recognizing that you are not just a student. There are other aspects to your being, right? So you are a physical, social, emotional, spiritual, and intellectual being. And living an integrated life doesn't mean that these things are parts of you that you need to now balance, but it's really making sure that your whole week is incorporating aspects that address these topics.
Exactly. And to recognize that these things are non-negotiable. So addressing these 5 things are essential. So you might not plan these things in every part of your day, but your week should be considering all of these aspects. So now we can take some time to share, what did we do as students? How do we actually live this out throughout our academics? So what did you do, Andrea?
Okay, so for me, physical, I went on super long walks, especially with COVID, being stuck at home, doing all my studies online. I needed to get out of my room. I needed to get out of my house. So I would go sometimes on an hour, sometimes 2-hour long walks just to relax, rest, take time away from a screen. So that's the physical. The social was carving intentional hangout time. So making plans, calling my friends and being hey, let's FaceTime tonight, let's go out tonight. Intellectual, obviously being a student, you're hopefully being intellectually nourished, but I think I still had to get other sources of intellectual nourishment outside of study. So yeah, podcast is one. I love to bake. The Regen team can talk about this. I love it. And with baking, one thing that I found was I really had to focus and pay attention because of the precision that's required to do so. So that would really encourage me to learn new things and learn new techniques and would nourish me intellectually. Spiritual was daily prayer, carving out time first thing in the day to pray, going to daily mass, adoration every week. And then the emotional, for me, because of the stresses of the pandemic, I was in my final year of my master's. I realized that therapy was such a big part of taking care of my own emotional being because it helped me process a lot of the anxieties and fears that I was facing around the pandemic and finishing my student life and moving on into the unknown. What about you, Michelle? How did you take care of it?
Yeah, physical, similar in the same way. I lived close enough to my house that I could just walk. So instead of taking the bus, just do a short walk home. Socially, yeah, having those scheduled times to hang out with friends. Also enjoying Thursday nights where all the Catholic chaplaincy would come together.
I love that.
So Thursday night dinners, that was wonderful. Intellectually, also same idea of okay, I loved cooking, looking up new recipes, trying something new, reading books, of course, just for fun. That was really wonderful. Spiritually, morning mass, that was incredible. Just being able to go right before a class and start my day with mass. And if the time allowed it, adoration as well. So necessary. And then emotional, yeah, sometimes just crying on the phone with my mom, just venting in that way. Or seeking out resources through the university to help me in different ways. That was also really helpful. And now, yeah, we want to extend this invitation to you. How can you live this out in this new year? How can you try to integrate these 5 aspects of your person in your week? And really try to intentionally take time to schedule these things in, and trusting that this will mean you will be a better student. This will mean you are a more peaceful, a more fulfilled, fruitful person and child of God.
And it really, I think, doing so, that call to action, our hope and prayer is that it helps you realize that your identity is not just a student. You are so much more than that. You are the beloved of God. And when your identity is rooted in that, which my hope with, remembering the 5 aspects of your being rooted in that is just, it helps you be more peaceful and live your life confidently. So yeah, we hope this video helped you refocus on living an integrated life. Please share this video with your friends, like this video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next Refocus. Bye.
Bye.